Up until now, we have learned 3 chord notes. So, the guide tones, the 3rd and the 7th, and we added the root. So, 3 notes, a dominant chord is made by 4, so we need to play the 5th. So we will have the arpeggios. It's very important to know in the same position, to know all the 3 fingerings of the chords. So G7th arpeggios is so is the fingering that contains the Mixolydian, because we have 4 notes: 1, 3, 5, 7. The 2 and the 6, the 2, 4, and 6 are the notes that make the Mixolydian mode. So 1, 3, 5, 7. If we play also the 2, the 4, and the 6, we have the Mixolydian. So it's very important that the arpeggios is in the same area position of the Mixolydian. Arpeggio and scale. Then C. So remember that when the root is on the 5th chord, we use also the chord notes that are not on the 5th, so also on the 6th. So below C, we have B flat and G on the 6th. C7 arpeggio is. So remember, play the chord, play arpeggio and the chord. Okay, then G7, D, so G7, C, G, D, sometimes if you need, you can move the major third instead on the 1st string to the 2nd. So if I'm playing from the G7, instead of the F sharp here, I can move here. So first of all, you must be very sure that you can connect the chords, okay, the arpeggios of the chord. In each part. So it's not, sometimes we do a big mistake, is if we think about scales, we play like a linear scale. If we think about arpeggio, we start always from the root, not. G7, C7, G7, when we move to D7, okay, this is D7 to C7, like. So you please do a lot of exercises on the backing track or just on the drum to be sure that you can connect these arpeggios. So remember, we started with 2 notes, guide tones, and the arpeggio has these 2 notes. We add the root Okay, the same. So you can connect in the same part that, because we added the fifth. So is, look on 2 strings. 3 strings, sorry. This is G7. This is C7. D7. This is an inversion, okay? So practice this and then move on the next lesson.